Hello and welcome to this new challenge, where we will test your knowledge with questions about planets, space, and stars. Are you ready for takeoff? Good luck. What is the biggest planet in the solar system? Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. To put it in perspective, it's large enough to fit over 1,300 Earths inside. What is the Sun? The Sun is a star. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? Mars. Which is the only planet in the solar system that rotates in the opposite direction to the rest of the planets? Venus is the only planet in the solar system that rotates on its axis from west to east. Scientists believe Venus may have been struck by a massive object, reversing its rotation, though the exact cause is unknown. Who was the first person on the moon? Astronaut Neil Armstrong became the first person to set foot on the moon on July 20, 1969. How long does sunlight take to reach Earth? Eight minutes, 20 seconds. How many planets are in our solar system? Eight planets. Which planet is closest to the Sun? Mercury. Who was the first woman in space? Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova. Her historic flight took place in 1963 and proved that women could play an active and significant role in space exploration. All the planets in the solar system have moons, true or false? False. Although some planets have many moons, there are others, like Mercury and Venus, that have none. Which is the hottest planet in the solar system? Although Mercury is closer to the Sun, Venus is the hottest because of its dense atmosphere that traps heat. The temperature on the surface of Venus can reach around 465 degrees Celsius, which is hot enough to melt lead. Which galaxy are we in? Our galaxy is the Milky Way. What was the space mission that first took a man to the moon? It was the Apollo 11 space mission. What is the approximate speed of light in a vacuum? (300,000 kilometers per second). What was the first artificial satellite in space? The Sputnik 1 launched in 1957 by the Soviet Union. Which astronomical event happens when the moon moves between the Earth and Sun? An eclipse. Which scientist formulated the law of gravity? Isaac Newton. Which is the coldest planet in the solar system? Uranus, where temperatures fall to minus 224 degrees Celsius. developed the heliocentric theory, stating Earth orbits the Sun? For centuries, people believed Earth was the center of the universe and all celestial bodies revolved around it. It wasn't until the 16th century that Nicholas Copernicus demonstrated that in reality, the planets were revolving around the Sun. What is the highest mountain in the solar system? The volcano Olympus Mons, located on the planet Mars, has a height of nearly 22 kilometers, almost 3 times the height of Mount Everest, the highest mountain on Earth. Which is the brightest planet in the night sky? Venus, also known as the morning star, is the second brightest natural object in the night sky, only surpassed by the Moon. In 1957, a dog became the first living being to orbit the Earth. What was her name? Laika. What is the closest galaxy to ours? Many might think that the correct answer is Andromeda, but actually, the closest galaxy to ours is the Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy. It was only discovered in 2003 and is 25,000 light-years away from our solar system. Which planet in the solar system has the most moons? So far, 145 moons have been discovered around Saturn, but scientists are always making new discoveries, so don't be surprised if this number increases very soon. How old is planet Earth? $4.5 billion years. Which planet takes the longest to orbit the Sun? Neptune takes 165 Earth years to orbit the Sun. What was the first planet found using a telescope? Uranus. Which planet in the solar system is known as Earth's twin? Venus is known as Earth's twin because it has a similar size and is very close to our planet. But don't be fooled, they're very different planets. Venus's surface is so hot that it's almost impossible for it to support life. This 2019 photo is very significant in astronomy history. Do you know why? Correct. It was the first photo of a black hole. Who discovered the rings of Saturn? The rings of Saturn were discovered by Galileo Galilei in 1610. However, his telescope was not powerful enough to clearly distinguish the structure of the rings. And at first, Galileo thought they were 2 large moons on each side of Saturn. Which is the real logo of National Aeronautics and Space Administration? The real logo is A. How often can Halley's Comet be seen with the naked eye? Every 75 years. Which planet has the strongest gravity in the solar system? Jupiter's enormous mass makes its gravity 2.5 times greater than Earth's. This means that if you weighed 100 kilograms on Earth, you would weigh around 250 kilograms on Jupiter. What will the Sun become after it runs out of its fuel? A white dwarf. The The first person to set foot on Mars was Russian. True or false? False. To date, no human has reached the planet Mars. It's time for the bonus question. Do you believe there's life on other planets? Share your thoughts in the comments. Congrats on finishing this stellar challenge. Remember, to appear on screen like these subscribers, just leave a comment. I'm leaving now, but you can keep learning with these other doses of culture. See you soon.